Welcome to Modern Home Masterminds with beSpoke Brokers. I'm Shawna Glazier, designated broker and owner.
And I'm Brittainy Williamson, associate broker. Shawna and I are beSpoke real estate, but we're also your guides to modern luxury across the entire state of Arizona.
Each week, we chat with masterminds shaping modern spaces. Do you want to get a behind-the-scenes look at your design build team's processes? Well, open communication and teamwork will lead you to a successful project.
From architects to builders, designers, and more, let's explore the art of modern living together.
All right, welcome back, listeners. Have you ever seen a home so expressive and bold that it feels more like art and less like architecture? Well, today we're talking with creative force behind some of Arizona's most striking modern designs, CP Drewett of Drewett Works.
That's right. CP is the founder and president of Drewett Works, an award-winning architecture firm based right here in the Valley. CP served in the National Guard prior to starting Drewett Works, leading units that built roads and bridges, an experience that seems to have shaped his disciplined yet creative approach to design. Known for bold, modern, and timeless spaces, his works span luxury, residential, commercial, and hospitality projects. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome. All right. We're excited to dive in. I think, your story is so unique. I think our listeners would love to hear a little bit about, how you went from building roads and bridges in the National Guard to being an award-winning architect. Mm-hmm. Let's dive in.
Yeah. So my father and I think were the OG fix and flippers because my dad was prior military. So I moved 18 times before I graduated from high school.
Wow.
And my dad had a very keen ability to buy the worst house in each neighborhood, and we'd fix it and flip it basically, because we were there for a limited amount of time. So at a very early age, I was in depth doing trade work, doing work with my dad, whatever it took. And that was really the foundation for me. And then, a family lineage of military. I went into the military. And the Louisiana Army National Guard actually has a tuition exemption program. So I was able to pay for my college and get all that done. And so I branched into the engineers, and that's where sort of a lot of the hands-on training began and, application. And so I have a lot of construction time under my belt, managing construction as well as design. So I think just the knowledge and things that you pick up through the discipline of construction and planning and things like that, all of that really builds towards, I think, well-founded, crafted out design. And, my dad really taught me a great deal about, I think he was a frustrated architect. He never, there was a little architect inside of him, but I learned a lot about the beauty of connections and things like that. Everything we did was a little bit like we took everything to the next level, whatever it was.
That's a very neat story.
Yeah.
I love the fact that your wife wrote your bio on your website. I think that's a very personal thing, and it's fabulous. So if you get a chance to read it, go to his website and read it.
Thank you.
It talks a lot about how she describes you as a Renaissance man, even a wannabe chef. But she talks about your love for music and arts. And I just wonder, along with the story of your dad, how do these things contribute to your eye for design?
Most people that know me, I have this probably annoying, elevated senses, like my hearing, except for eyesight, my sense of taste. And so my senses are all very elevated, which kind of plays to, I'm a vocalist. I don't play any instruments, but I've been a vocalist most of my life. And
but his daughter is a celloist.
Yeah. My wife plays, she's a concert pianist. And so musical family. And then in college, I just, I started cooking. We had a couple fraternity events, and somebody needed to man the grill. So I found my place, and then started doing a little bit of competitive cooking in college. And then that sort of turned into the way I love people now. So I love cooking for my family. I love entertaining and having people over. And I think it's just a good celebration. We all need to eat. So it's sort of the way I can communicate and care for people.
It's so interesting. There are numerous architects that enjoy cooking. And I wonder, I go back to this, it's almost like an instant gratification for you, because when you're building something or when you're designing something, it could take up to 4 years to identify the property before you actually get the satisfaction of seeing your client moved in with all their furniture and all the staging. Whereas when cooking, you in 4 hours can shop, create, and see the satisfaction on the people eating your food. I wonder if it plays into
and there's a delivery to it. There's visual aesthetics. There's obviously the taste and the flavors, and you can do small things to modify. You can tweak out things that you're cooking slightly. So I would agree. I think you know the whole shopping part and the composition, and it does play to that immediate gratification. So I can see that.
Are you singing while you're cooking?
I'm not, but one thing that also cooking does is there's only a few things that can turn the brain off. Because when I'm cooking, it kind of takes everything. Like, because I'm planning, I'm busy, so it turns architecture off. Otherwise, architecture's always on. Gives you a break. Yeah. So it's like this. It's not a curse by any means, but it's hard to make it. I cannot turn it off. Like it's always pumping. Yeah. Except when I'm cooking. Yeah. Did I read somewhere, maybe ChatGPT told me that you were on like Iron Chef, or you were on some award? I've done some competitive cooking, and then we had
Master Chef, or what was it?
Well, it wasn't like, it was just something at then a country club that we belonged to, and they had a version of that's cool. Like call it like Iron Chef, and there was a secret ingredient, and I went up against the chef of the club, and so it was an event that they were trying to stoke up and get members more involved and kind of get the food and beverage thing going, but I slayed him. So nice. It was that's awesome. It was the one and only. They were going to do like a few of these, and the chef was like, no more. That's it. That's it. That was a one-hit wonder.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. All right, let's get into.
And I'm competitive.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
In triathlon too?
Oh, here we go.
Should we see who's faster?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, that was a completion only event for me.
Hey, but you did one. Yeah. You know what's impressive is you did one triathlon and that's it. Like most people get hooked.
It is impressive.
Like
Yeah, I stayed in the saddle for a bit, so but I've been out of riding for a length of time. I don't want to get into the whole COVID thing, but it got me pretty good. Yeah. But I feel like my lungs are back now, so I'm wanting to get back in the saddle.
The best way to visit
riding.
your job sites.
It is.
Yeah, and it's just sort of, I call it licking stamps. It's just like easy cadence work, and it's just there's this simplicity of it all. I don't know. You can just sort of get immersed in it and detach.
It's like it is for me what your cooking is for you, for sure.
Yeah.
It unplugs you. So, all right. So you collaborate with a lot of the top designers and builders around the state. I'm just curious, like, what does your collaboration process look like?
So I think that ego gets in the way of a lot of collaboration, and maybe some would argue if I have one or not. I try to shelf it, and I just try to let my work speak for itself. But ultimately, I think the architect's creating this canvas for everyone else to touch and work on. And you got to be brave enough to let people enter, and then have strong enough vision that they'll come alongside and work in tandem with you. So if you have a really strong vision and, a careful leadership hand in it, the collaborative process can be really amazing. And if you're working together, and I think, again, part of that is a very solvent design direction. People can understand. But I love nothing more than another professional taking a canvas and making it better. And I'm good to go with that. I celebrate it, and I'm happy for it to happen.
Well, I'm sure your construction background helps out as well.
Yeah.
Because you have some understanding of what where they're coming from.
And I feel real comfortable talking to any and all trades and mining the depths of a detail or whatever it is. I feel very comfortable, and I'm also not scared to ask questions. I don't care if I look like I don't know something because I'm about to learn. So
I love that.
I think there's some people are scared to look like they don't know everything, and I kind of want to know everything. So part of that is gaining the intelligence.
We get that. Totally.
Yeah.
That's why we put ourselves out here as well,
Yeah,
just because we want to know more. We want to learn more.
I think we'd all be better off if we lived that way and not like just shelf it. It doesn't matter if you don't know, you're about to learn.
Yeah. I love that. So do you mind showing us some of your projects?
Sure.
Kind of
love
walking
to.
us through.
Yeah.
Just remember that not everybody is watching this, but we do have some photos and videos that we can show them. So if you can explain it while we're looking at it.
Absolutely. So we're looking at a project located in the Summit in Las Vegas. It's a beautiful community. It's a discovery land project, and this particular property's on the golf course. Does have a great view of the Strip, and this particular owner really kind of gave me the keys to the kingdom. He's like, just run, do what you want. And programmatically, I knew what, rooms and spaces, and I definitely learned how they live. But on this one, I really tried to do a very comprehensive roof line that's like a fold. It's like a fold, like half of an airplane, sort of. So it's just this very simple folded roof gesture that slopes up, and it actually creates all this building hierarchy through all these spaces. Some of them stack, some of them are story and a half spaces, but I don't know, just the way the roof line soared over the architecture, it was, it created this, well, just like I said, just really amazing hierarchy and alignment with the spaces below. And very tight, very neutral material palette.
It's a lot of stone.
It is a good bit of stone, and did some subtle texturing. But I don't always do this, but I feel like there's a timeless nature to less contrast. So this one's a super tight, focused material and color and texture sort of study on this particular project. And I'm not scared of the word elegant. I think some architects are scared to say, I like elegance, and I feel like it helps, it makes things more approachable, and it's maybe bridges, any gender gap, because sometimes architecture can lean in one direction or another. So that's kind of the composition of this house.
So did this client bring in a builder and an interior designer from Vegas, or did you collaborate? Did you have say in that process?
So he has history with a builder there in Vegas. And then we have a local interior designer working with us here in Scottsdale.
Right. It's a massive project. Was that 12,000 square feet? I mean,
so probably all under roof in totality, and it's about 20,000.
Oh, is it 20,000? Wow.
Because tucked underneath this is a full automotive complex, we'll say.
Underneath ground. Okay.
Yeah. And
10,000 square foot.
This owner is a big hunter also. So we've got a awesome, and I hunt also, but he's got a game room and a place for, preparation and his trucks, and it's pretty cool.
Got it. All right. I think we have another project on there.
So this is a local project. This one is it's on Exeter in Arcadia.
Is this rammed earth?
Yeah. And then, so the typology is rammed earth. And then this is a segment of rammed earth that's proprietary called Cirewall.
Okay.
And are you familiar with Cirewall?
We're not.
So Cirewall is this proprietary mixed blend of aggregates and Portland that you can bear on, because rammed earth, traditionally, you can't really, it's beautiful.
It's more decorative.
Yeah, and it's counterintuitive, but it is 100% decorative. Like you could dig a hole in it with a spoon, kind of.
Right.
But Cirewall has a compressive strength of concrete and exceedingly we can get upwards of 8,500 to 9,000 pounds per square foot on it. So,
Wow.
I mean, so you can drill into it, anchor into it. It has all the qualities of concrete. But, this is, I think, maybe runs a little bit against the grain in Arcadia properly. I think classically there's a lot of more traditional
Sure.
architecture.
Yeah, this looks a little more modern than what they.
It is
typically
modern,
see.
but I tried to, I mean, it's definitely modern and challenging, but I tried to take some classical cues. We did some divided lights, and the massing, I think, is pretty sensitive, and it feels very responsive to landscape and the gardens and the indoor-outdoor space.
It feels very romantic and moody. That primary was really nice.
Yeah, it's got some really unique spaces, but yeah, it's intended to have that romance value to it.
Oh man, I hope your owners let you do some tours.
Yes.
This is a beautiful property.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it.
it's a special one, and really special clients. It's been a really fun, enjoyable journey with them. They have a large family. Their kids are grown, but their family is a really tight unit. So when you do a project like this, a legacy project, like I just know that the family's going to use it.
Yeah.
And that's why like he's doing it just because he's a custodian of his family. He just really wants to have everyone there. And
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to come hang out in this
Right.
house?
To
And I
our just listeners, I've seen a rock climbing wall, a bowling alley, a game station.
I also asked if I could be part of the family. So
Right.
This is stunning. Yeah.
Am I too old to be adopted?
And I want to see more pictures. So we were just at the Iconic Design Awards where we saw you and Elizabeth there, and you won a gold award for one of your, was it the Bowtie property? Or
yeah,
we don't have pictures of that one, but what is that
we
property?
don't. So that's a project. It's on one of the larger lots in PV, that sort of 5 acre
5 acre, yeah.
area. And these clients are largely out of New York. And again, they just didn't want to get, their words, we don't want to get in the way, do what you would do. So again, we had a nice programming session as far as rooms and walk the site, what's important. Some of it's painfully obvious, Camelback's right there, but they're kind of a sporty group. And so sport courts and fitness and wellness is very, very, very big priority for them. And I think for all of us, moving forward, I think that awareness is really something that's, I think, omnipresent now, like in our society. But anyway, digress. But it's also a really beautiful, simple, folded roof form. That project's a bit more angular, and I think it's very exciting.
Is it on your website?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out.
So that project has one of the longer developing parts of the project was the pool area, and so it's a pretty exciting pool area. We have a really beautiful tinsel structure that bridges over part of it. So people are sensitive to sun now, right? So it enabled them to have a good portion of the pool that's still shaded under a really beautiful sculptural canopy. And so that was a labor of love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, congrats on winning that award.
Thanks.
All right. Well, as we can see, you've built a reputation for designing bold and statement-making homes. What drives you to have like this confidence and take such creative risks in a market that often leans more to like the safer side? And also, if you could go into maybe some development news and what you're dabbling with there.
Sure. So I had some folks touring the office and getting to know me on some other things, and I made a statement in a meeting, and after I said it, I was worried that it sounded arrogant, and the guy I was talking to like months later mentioned it again, but I told him I'm not capable. I'm only capable of excellence, and I'm not saying that my I think my work is excellent, or that I'm measuring or telling everyone my work is excellent, just inside of me, I can't half step. I can't
only
just,
give 100%.
I can only give 100%. I only know how to swing for the fence. I just don't understand not doing that. So that sort of is the embodiment of your question. Like, so if I'm given the opportunity to design something that's going to permanently change the built landscape that's all around us, I have a duty to you and everyone in this community to do my best. And I have a duty to my client to just stretch and if someone wants to spend $100 on something, I want to bring the greatest value and stretch it and get the most out of it, So the word stewardship's super important to me, and it's a pillar of my existence and my company. That's what we're here. We're stewards, and it's a service industry. And, stewarding land, stewarding our clients, architecture, built environment, these things last forever. And if we don't give it our best, it just doesn't make sense.
Love that. Excellent.
Yeah. So I was really excited when you were telling us before the podcast that you are starting to dabble in some development.
Yeah.
Because you do kind of elevate. You have an elevated touch to everything you do.
Yeah.
And I think that the development world needs that.
Yeah, I'm excited to. Everyone's, why do you do it? It's a bigger canvas. It's fun, and so over the years, I've dabbled with working for some developers and doing. I'm not a planner. I'm not saying I'm a planner, but I've gotten involved with some of it, and enough that whoever was driving the pencil on the planning, I was able to have some strong input and maybe challenge some things. But the overall community fabric is something that's really fascinating to me, and where we are now and the next 10 years is going to be like the growth that we're going to see. We've never seen that type of acceleration, what's coming. So I'm really interested in getting in front of that and pushing and exploring what that looks like. How are we going to live? What are spaces going to look like? So that drove me to, I want to develop. I want to, and it's just for that reason. I want to do excellent work that improves our culture, that responds to technology, because technology pushing us a lot more than we realize right
Definitely.
now. And you got to come to grips with it, and I'm doing my best to do that.
I feel like you got to jump on board or the train is just going to pass you
Eat or
by.
be eaten.
Yes.
Yeah,
as far as technology goes.
100%. And I'm by no means I'm still wrestling it down.
Yeah.
But, I'm sending someone off there's a new degree that's available in the architectural industry. So our software that we use is building information modeling. Short is BIM. My BIM manager, I'm sending to university to get a master's degree in AI integration. So I gotta eat or be eaten.
Yeah,
you got
and it. I want to embrace it, because when in my mind, if I can rid myself of the mundane, then it will enable me to do greater things from a design standpoint, and free thinking, and just being more explosive, and it creates a better opportunity to be more innovative.
Well, just embracing our future. It is where we're going with everything.
100%. And
I don't think you're ever going to feel like, okay, I've learned this, now I can master this. It's going to be evolving constantly, the AI and the technology.
My wife and I had a chat the other morning. We're having coffee, and she said, "Are you scared of this?" I'm like, "No, I'm excited. The things that we've been hung up on are about to get fixed.
Yeah.
The things that we've been trying to figure out are going to go like, if we just take that attitude and move forward with it, what could happen in 10 years?
Yeah, we were just talking yesterday about, I'm like, I just want to try to stay on top of this as much as I can.
Didn't you take the class yesterday?
Yeah, so that I can, if there's something that's taking up a lot of my eating up time, and I can cut that time into seconds.
It's a great
why
enabler.
Wouldn't I do that?
Yeah. So you could look at it that it's going to maybe stifle you or turn your brain off. That's what I'm hearing, brain activity and okay, maybe. Or it gives you the opportunity to increase brain activity and you just like push, get the little stuff out of the way.
I'm sure it's going to do both.
Yeah, I don't shoot layups anymore.
Yeah.
I'm 3-point line.
Exactly.
Well, before we go to rapid fire, actually, I forgot there was one other project I wanted to ask you about that we can put some slides in. But when we are showing our property in Clearwater Hills, there is this massive structure on the Phoenix Mountain Preserve. I don't know if it's in Clearwater Hills or just out. Is it in Clearwater Hills? Can you tell us what's going on there with all the steel beams and?
Sure. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a home, another legacy project for another large family. There's 13 grandchildren in this family, but so it's another exciting opportunity to really create this family resort, family sort of legacy property. There was an existing home there that was built on this knoll, and we raised that house and then cleaned up the site a little bit. And then, so, I mean, I was afforded this really cool opportunity to put a house on a flat spot on the side of a mountain, which is kind of rare.
It's up there.
And normally I wouldn't do that. I normally wouldn't shave a knoll off, but the damage had been done. So really,
it's Clearwater, so you could get away with a little bit more than you could in Paradise Valley.
But I hope when it's all done and you look up, it maps into the terrain. It's not like it's not like a organic form, but the house is responsive to what was there. But it's a multi-level home, lots and lots and lots of cantilevers. So it's a bit like a cluster of box kites. It's
fun watching it.
It's a really cool project.
Who's building it?
John Schultz is building that.
And you do have construction pictures?
Yeah,
that we can put on here.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, the steel, like talk about integration of technology, reviewing shop drawings in the architectural world. It's not the greatest time in the world, and it can be super scary because these are big financial. Like you want to make sure you get it right. Yeah. So. The folks that we work with, again, as you were talking, collaborating with builders, we're able to interlace our digital model with the steel shops. They modeled off of ours, and we can overlap it so we could see all the clash detection. So we all got to get in the room together and go through the shop drawing phase. Was more organic. We're all together in a room. You could see where there were, we call them opportunities, to iron out any wrinkles. And that thing went together like a set of Legos.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And some of it they had to fly in with helicopters. Yeah. John had to create a winch system to get trucks up the side of the mountain. They had a crane that would pick the trucks up and rotate it in the air and put it down. It was quite a feat.
When I tell you it's been fun watching this project from our listings, it is a cool site.
You're like, what are they doing now?
Yeah, it's so all the steel went up prior to any foundation. It's a little unusual on the sequencing. I mean, it's perfectly logical, but it's exciting, and I think they're wrapping up some of the infill framing, and if you guys want to go up, I'll walk you.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Some rapid fire. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What's your favorite restaurant in the Valley?
My favorite restaurant's Tarbell's.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah. Mark and I are pretty good friends, and
Yeah.
Props.
What's your favorite architectural detail to design typically?
I'm a millwork junkie. So when the finer elements of a building or space touch the structure, like what happens there. I'm pretty nuts about that. So, and you know, when you penetrate a wall and put a door in it, or where the way a cabinet touches, or like those engagements,
He's a connection guy.
Yes.
I'm in love with that.
Well, and you can tell by looking at your work.
It is true. That's a good answer too. Let's see, sketching by hand or digital modeling. And that might be changing, huh?
I have a computer, but I oddly enough don't touch it. It's there mainly for looks. I mostly work on my phone, but I'm very inky and covered with lead at the end of the day.
Yep.
So I'm a hand draw guy. I have a drafting board. So
got it.
Yeah,
I sharpen pencils.
So you do both. So if all the technology collapses,
I need someone with me.
Back.
Yeah, to handle it. It's oddly enough, I love the workflow. I love and I'm into that, but I couldn't even print a drawing right now, to be honest with you.
That's okay. You got Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And you're younger.
Yeah, I got an amazing team of people around me that can help and support.
That's great. What's your favorite dish to cook?
My favorite dish to cook, I would say I love cooking fish. Again, I think it's a very narrow spectrum to get it perfect.
Fish scarce.
There's not much wiggle room on it, so I like that challenge. And to be honest with you, a lot of times if I have people over for dinner, I might cook something for the first time, and
Really?
I kind of like the edge. So like I've never cooked fill in the blank, and I'm going to make it for 20 people, and
It's terrifying.
It is.
but I love that. It feels good.
Living on the edge.
I love that.
With your dinner.
That's like the racing or something.
Pressure-
It's like
pressure-
race morning.
Pressure makes
Nerves.
diamonds, so I like it.
Very true. Very true.
Well, I don't know if we already know the answer to this one. If you weren't an architect, what would you be doing?
So I think I probably would be in the hospitality industry. I would be a restaurateur or something in that. I love hospitality. I love hotels. I love fine linens, and I love all the detail of making people feel special. So I think I'd probably get involved with that.
So now I want to ask another one. What's your favorite resort?
Let's see. You stumped me on that one. Nothing's.
Nothing's coming out.
I mean, there's a flow of them. I'd say anything in the Amman group. Like I love Amangiri.
Yeah,
I love that whole. We've gone to a few of their properties, and they seem to just really nail it.
Yeah. I think Caitlin Wolf was just at Gary. I just saw something of hers, but we've not been.
I'm remiss. I can't draw it out of my brain at the moment, but maybe when this is broadcast, I can get you the name. But there was a hotel that we stayed in Berlin that was just dynamite, and they have a sequence of properties across Europe. And I'm not hyper traveled or anything, but it was a really, really great experience. They got everything right.
What about like the one and only? Have you ever done
Yeah.
those? Those are great too.
Yeah, it's so great.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing with us.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on our show. We
Yeah.
are going to link all of your contact information in the show notes, but if you wouldn't mind telling our listeners where they could find you.
Sure. So we're Drewett Works. Probably our website is the best way, DrewettWorks.com. And that's DREWETT, works with an S. And pretty much everything's there. And we'd like to push everyone to the website that we can.
Yes, it is a great website.
Yes.
Go read his bio.
That's right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
All right. That's it for today's episode of Modern Home Mastermind. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe, like, and rate.
Thanks to our guest for sharing his insights and to you for learning about everything modern with us.
And if you're ready to take the next step in your real estate journey, please reach out to us at beSpoke Real Estate. And until next time, keep living, loving everything modern.